Well, there's been a lot of talk that Mr. Rajnikanth is a closet Sanghi. He is the Bharatiya Janata Party's somehow agent of the Bharatiya Janata Party. There's already been talk because his key advisor is someone who was with the Bharatiya Janata Party. So there's already this talk and there's already a campaign to begin to label him as some communalist. Now, I want to bring in Dr. Subramanian Swamy into this conversation. Dr. Swamy, thank you very much for speaking to me. I just want to ask you, how would you characterize Rajnikanth's politics and what will he bring to the table, sir?
Well, he's a fresh face and he's a highly popular cinema actor. And cinema has a tradition in Tamil Nadu politics. So he's got a lot of advantages. And his disadvantage is, of course, whether he'll be able to set up an organization in time for the elections, because election organization and, fanfare organizations, they require different kinds of discipline. I believe that I've been in touch with him since the last 1 year on telephone. I came to his defense when the Dravida Karagam tried to attack him for defending Lord Rama. And since then, we have exchanged a few conversations on the telephone. And I think he's made up his mind to come in. And there was a unnecessary haste of the BJP to declare an alliance with the AIADMK, which is in power, because we don't know what will be the fate of AIADMK if Shashikala comes out. She may not be able in the short time to build up an organization independently, but she can do a lot of damage to the AIADMK if they don't fall in line with her. And so it's right now all bets are open. And I think Rajnikanth, my understanding from whatever I've learned here and there, is that he would like to be the balancing number in the formation of the government and is unlikely to have an alliance with either BJP or with the AIADMK.
So you believe that he's not going to have a formal alliance with the BJP or the AIADMK, and that his rivals who have already begun to paint him into a corner are doing so with some sort of malignant mindset. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much disinformation in the media as to who is his intellectual in residence and things like that. The DMK is in it, but DMK is definitely threatened by his presence. Because if he says, I am for spiritualism and secularism, I think, which is what he has said, he will have an impact on both AIADMK and DMK. And of course, at the best of times, BJP has never been offered more than 5 seats by any political party. So it's a marginal player just now. The BJP's future only lies in fighting all the seats. And that is something they have never agreed, and that's why I've kept my distance. But the fact is that BJP is a distinctive ideology, and there's nobody who is close to BJP in terms of its total structured belief in Hindutva. It's not like some worshipping God or being spiritual and so on. Those are all personal. But our organization, BJP, because of RSS, has a very clear, structured ideology. And therefore, parties will take BJP in alliance, but they will give them very few seats.
You've been speaking, you've said, over the last 1 year to Mr. Rajnikanth. Yes. What do you believe are his political views? From your conversations, what is his inclination?
Oh, he's definitely coming to politics, there's no doubt. There was a misunderstanding in Delhi, in the BJP, that he has decided not to enter politics. And that's why they went rushing to make an alliance with the ruling party, namely the AIADMK. And now if they were to leave them and go to Rajinikanth, if Rajinikanth was ready to accept them, I think it will create a terrible image problem for the BJP. It's already pretty bad because they've taken all kinds of riffraffs into the party who have nothing to do with the ideology of the BJP. So the cadres may not work, or they may actually support Rajnikanth. So BJP has an existential problem just now. And I don't think there's any scope of BJP and Rajnikanth having an alliance, according to my information that I have gathered.
Okay, so that's interesting. You're giving us an insight which is contrary to what some other people have been propagating, suggesting that there could be a tie-up. What do you think is going to be the impact of Rajnikanth? Has he left it too late? The elections are possibly, I don't want to get into trouble. You know, there are many people who will say that I have inside information, etc., but the elections could be about 5 months away.
Well, you see, the biggest strength of Rajnikanth is going to be that he's a fresh face. He's known as a fighter. At least his cinema image has made him out to be a big fighter. And therefore, people have been looking for a long time for a fresh face. The BJP had an option when Narendra Modi was the head of the campaign of the BJP in 2014 for Parliament. And at that time, even Rajini came, to meet him and so on. But over the years, this, constant deviation from purity of the ideology and grabbing any seat given, moving from one corner to other. Even Vaiko was in one of the last elections, our alliance partner. So that has damaged BJP in Tamil Nadu. And therefore, I think he will stand alone, and he will aim for trying to win 50 seats so that he becomes the balancing factor.
Well, that's very ambitious. 50 seats is a big number, of course. Dr. Swamy, thank you for giving us the overview, at least from your perspective.